What a day. So many wonderful blessings today. It's all about how you look at things, right? So, first of all, I wanted my first female guest on the podcast, and I did not expect it to be me. But then I have a story that happened today that I have to share. So, now it's me interviewing me. So, today, talk about being in the right place at the right time and also just being one with nature. So when I woke up this morning, I was craving an Egg McMuffin from McDonald's and a flavored coffee. And I almost ordered it, and I looked and I'm like, well, it's going to cost me like $20 to order this, which it shouldn't even, but for delivery, once you add all the fees and the tip and the tax and this and this. So I thought, why don't I just go to the grocery store, get all the ingredients, and then I'll save money. It's not going to cost me like that much at all. So that's what I decided to do. And I walked, which also gives me great exercise both ways. I have to check my steps, but it's almost 3 miles round trip, half. And on the way out, though, my friend was about to drive somewhere. And I said, oh, are you going in the same direction? Right? And she wasn't. So that allowed me to walk and it allowed me to be in the right place at the right time because the timing was not off by a beat. And she even said, it's going to rain. Why don't you go back and get your umbrella? I said, no. So again, the timing, stay with me here. It's a long story, but the timing was correct. So I walked to the store. So as I'm checking out, I was going to do self-checkout. The line was too long. So I went to the, express lane. And everyone was kind of, huffing and puffing because I don't know if first I thought the cash register lady maybe was not understanding what she was doing, but it turned out that the man in line was holding up the line because he was trying to get one of these soda sales, 4 for $5, whatever the price is, not 4 for 5, whatever the price is. And he kept picking the wrong soda combination, so they would send him back and this and this. So he's holding up the line. Then there was this other guy after him holding up the line again because he's trying to buy something with food stamps that wasn't food. And, so everyone in this fast lane, 15 or less, is all huffing and puffing, being grumpy. And I'm happy, I'm chilling. I'm just, I have nothing going on. And I myself was probably about to hold up the line. Now, here's a thing that kind of adds to the story because, this week I recently paid a whole bunch of bills and I'm trying to keep my credit score good. So I'm throwing all this money there. And so, I didn't have a lot of cash on me or whatever. I didn't have a lot of money. I probably had $20 to get this meal. But it was on different cards and some in cash and different payment methods. So I'm okay, I'm about to hold up the line. And I'm probably looking like the people behind me that I'm this broke girl trying to pay for stuff because I only had $10 worth of food. And I was I got to pay for each item separate or I got to just use all these different cards and, But actually mine was quick. I didn't even hold up the line. But the point is everyone in front of me caused a certain timing to occur. And I wasn't grumpy other people were oh, I'm getting out this line. The person behind me, I almost thought I hope this dude doesn't have a gun. When some people are in a store and impatient, you don't know what's about to go down. So thankfully it was fine. So as I left, it still hadn't rained yet. It was a little drizzly, but nothing. So I'm not even halfway home, just maybe a quarter of the way. It starts pouring, but I'm okay. I have a hood. I'm happy. I'm chilling. I'm this is fun. It's only water. I'm enjoying it. And I told myself, I'm just going to be one with nature. And actually, I left out a part. I forgot on the way there, I was seeing a lot of stuff, beautiful trees that were half green and then half turned their fall color. And I was thinking of all this stuff and metaphors about how life and in the universe and when we have goals that we want to accomplish and, we might feel oh, we're only halfway there. And then I was looking at these trees that from far away, all you see is their beauty. And it's not even until you get up close that you see they're halfway turned. And I was just very sentimental and thinking about life in the universe. So as I'm walking, it's pouring, I'm enjoying everything. And I'm this is great. And as soon as I tell myself, wow, I'm really one with the universe today and I'm having fun, 2 seconds later, I look down on the ground and what do I see? Wait for part 2. So this is part 2. You didn't have to go very far. So obviously I see money on the ground. But how much was it? Now, again, it's pouring rain. The money's not ripped at all. So I know all I have to do is dry it off. But first, my first instinct, of course, is like, okay, who dropped this? And I'm looking everywhere. There's not anyone in sight. Now, let me digress before I tell you how much it was. So yesterday, I'm with my friend, and she actually dropped money while we were out. Not the same amount, and not even the same place. I know it's not hers. But right away, she dropped it. The people behind her were like, oh, you dropped this. And then she actually wanted to bless them. And she was like, oh, you can keep it. It's like she just wanted to do something nice. And they didn't, they refused to keep it. And I remember Garen Jones said something before about how, sometimes we say no when someone wants to do something for us. But it's like then you block their blessing of being able to give it to you. So it's like two blessings were blocked. You receiving it, them giving it. Because as they say, there's more joy, there's more happiness in giving than receiving. Like now you don't allow them to experience their happiness. So in any case, yesterday she wasn't able to bless those people. So as I look everywhere, no one is in sight. So I'm like, okay, I'm taking the money. And it was $100 bill. Right now, remember, I had $20 at the store. I was looking like a struggling broke child. So obviously I need it as well. And I tried to think like, who could have dropped this? And I remember a while back, I did see a man pass me and it possibly was him. He was hurrying. He had a phone in his hand. It was raining. He had an umbrella and, he was kind of having a heated conversation, it seemed, with someone and just kind of hurrying. Maybe it was him, but there was no one in sight. There was no one to yell to. There was no one to run and catch up with and say, hey, did you? There was just no one around. So I don't know if it was him. And so, of course, I'm thankful of what the universe blessed me with. But then I thought, well, wow, some people might look at this as, okay, I had a great day. But now someone else had a crappy day because now they just lost 100. But then I said, no. Why do we always think that if someone wins, someone automatically loses? That's not always the case. What if, just like my friend yesterday, what if someone like came into money? Because if you ever had a good day and you come into money and you're like, oh, I want to pay it forward. I want to pay for someone else. What if someone said, I'm going to leave this here so that the lucky person behind me or wherever will find it and they'll have a blessed day? It might be two positives. It doesn't always have to be a negative ending, right? So now, I'm sure you're thinking, if I really want to do the right thing, I should now turn around and at least take half and pay it forward, this and this. And I could, but if you know me, you know in my life, I'm always giving. And I'm about to actually give something really big in 2 weeks. And unfortunately, I actually need it this time. And it's not often that I put myself first, and it's not often that I'm the receiver. So yes, I'm taking, and see, that's another thing. If I was to turn around and give it away, then it's like saying, I'm not allowing the universe to bless me, or God, I'm not allowing my Heavenly Father to bless me right now, And so, yeah, I had a great day. And I think that I was in the right place at the right time. And I also think that I had a positive attitude through the rain, through the crazy line, through everything that happened today. And I feel very blessed.